today's show, we're going to take a look at the new 2024 Tacoma. That's right. Toyota's website's up, and they have some details up there that I want to show you guys, and maybe talk about which trim would fit you best. Now, we do know that TRD Pro is going to be their king. They're going to have the Trailhunter and all that. But is there more value down at the bottom of it where you can actually build your own, build your own overland rig or off-road truck, however you want to do it? So let's pull this website up here. And as you can see, we are on Toyota.com. And this is, once again, 2024 Tacoma. And that is the TRD Pro. And that's the photo that snuck out somehow a week or so ago. And that thing looks pretty menacing. I have to admit, I do like this thing a lot. And it shows it churning through some dirt right there as a good truck should, right? We would expect our badass off-road trucks to do that. So obviously, if you want to get updates, you can click over there and they will email you anytime they update this website. But the best just got better than it did. So this is the interior of the Pro, the TRD Pro, and I like it. I like it a lot. And I something that I wish Chevrolet and Ford might have done a little bit more with their higher end, like the ZR2 and the Raptors. I wish they would have kind of went more aggressive, but they didn't, and I still think those are great trucks, and there's an audience for everybody. There's somebody, if you get different tastes than me, there's a truck for you, which is great. But as you can see up here, there is a little removable JBL audio speaker. I find that to be probably a gimmick that's never going to pop out of there. Or if I'm curious, does it stay in there if you're bouncing on the trails? How well does it? I'm sure it's magnetized or something, but does it click in there really well? I would think so. Toyota usually, I would think they put a lot of thought into that if they're going to do that. But you can see all the plastic surface up here. You do have a lot of soft touch as well all through the seats. I love their camo seats that they do. It took me just a minute with the Tundra to kind of get on board with that, but I really do like it a lot. Now, is this a red seat color that would wear you out after a while? Maybe. Hopefully they offer a few different color choices. That would be awesome. But the Toyota stamped over here, the kind of carbon fiber look of all this, the raciness of this truck is exactly what they're going for there. So we can click here. You can see the back of these seats. These are air driven seats. These are little pistons, and this one's for the sides and this one's for support this way. Details aren't really out about how they're going to work. Those look like Baja racing seats. That's pretty freaking wicked in this, and real nice clean shots of this. Of course, you see you got USB C back here with an aux port. Here is the Trailhunter, which is they've went with this yellow orange style stitching, more muted, more more adventure, less distracting, we'll say. I like that a lot. And this is what I really want to talk about because I haven't seen this photo just yet. This is of the extra cab. And as you can see, there's all kinds of storage areas back here. Now, these are not doors. This is old school, old king cab style truck where there were seats back there. Used to be. Now there's not. But now they're going to do storage. And this looks like it's a flip up storage way. So you can make your flat bottom if you need there. You can store stuff under there, make that flat, put all your bags, whatever your adventure gear you're doing. I'm not sure what this is going on here. Is there going to be attachments maybe that in that extra cab that you could use? And I know this particular cab, a lot of people were excited. They wanted to see this with the other brands, and the other brands just didn't do it for whatever. I'm sure it's a budget reason why they didn't do it. And for Toyota sells enough of these things that they can take a little bit of chances. But I like the fact that this thing will flip down, and give you that flat space. Nothing much more you can see here. This is the flat laying down chair that they seat that they talked about. Looks like you've got, if you were just one person, you've got a nice desktop there. I'm not sure. I guess you could throw in, loose things right there. But that looks pretty good. Now, more power, more play. Now, the iForce Max, I think that's going to push the industry into more of that hybrid technology with pickup trucks. I think it keeps people from being so scared of the hybrid technology. The way they're doing it, it's not like, oh, it's a Prius. No, they're using hybrid technology to give you a smaller engine, but give you the same power as the bigger boys. So iForce Max is pretty cool there. Legendary capability, of course, this Trailhunter, that was a big addition to the stable of Tacomas. I think it's, I don't think that I would take all the racks and stuff. I do like the idea of the truck. We'll see what more options they offer down the road because I think they will. I think manufacturing in general, the big boys are wanting to get into more of that aftermarket territory because there's billions of dollars there that are just left out for these guys. And why why should they not get involved in that? And maybe you'll start seeing little sub companies in this, sub engineering places where they're figuring out, hey, this is what people need and what they're using for these. What I want to get into here just a little bit, you see the little plus mark. So let's click one and just see what happens. So the JBL premium audio system, the soundtrack of your journey, is crystal clear as it pumps through the 10-speaker premium JBL audio system. Plus, with integrated JBL Flex portable speaker, you can keep the music going with you once you've arrived. They're going to tout that, and Jeep's done that. And Jeep sort of kind of not talked about it anymore with the Gladiator. They put a speaker behind the seat of the Gladiator that you can take out, and you hear many people talking about that anymore. And I don't even hear Jeep talking about that much anymore. But let's see what next up with the audio system. 14-inch multimedia touchscreen compatible with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. This touchscreen helps you stay connected as you want to be. Now, that's a big thing. They didn't throw, I know Chevrolet's talking, hey, we're going away from Apple, we're going away from Android, we're going to do our own system, which I think is a big mistake. And I think Ford correctly said, hey, we tried to go down that, we got our butts handed to us on it, so we're just sticking with what the industry like, and people like their own personal phones. Everybody, there's basically Android Auto or Apple CarPlay, Android or Apple, and there's a line drawn with that already. So why force your customers to have a third line drawn about, well, is this going to be compatible? It's a new app you got to upload, I'm sure. So, well, that's something we'll get into later down the road. Dual USB-C. There's no A in this truck anymore because A is starting to be phased out. This would be the first truck that I've seen completely just go straight to C. So that is a big deal. And 52 watts of combined maximum power delivery can charge your devices up to twice as fast as the standard USB-C port. They're kicking some wattage through there, and that's pretty badass. I like that. And I like that they're touting that because they know Overlander guy has his phone up there. He's probably got a tablet. There's a lot of high powered needs in the cab of this truck now, which is cool. So overall, I think this is a nice looking interior. I'm not gonna stay on it too long, but there's the twins, as we'll say, the Trailhunter and the TRD Pro, and these are going to be their badass trucks. And I think what you're going to see down below is going to prove what they're going after. So let's kind of look at what they're going after. This picture says it all right here. We do know the Ford Ranger Raptor is a high-speed desert runner. What are they showing here? No, hey, we're going to take on that Raptor a little bit, but I think it's going to be a more obtainable truck. They're not putting a limit on it. The only limit is going to be dealerships marking these damn things up past what the MSRP is, and hopefully that settles down as well, because Toyota is a high-volume truck. So if dealers want to crank these things out, they're going to have a dozen or so on their lot. You can't have $20,000 on all 12 of those trucks. So I think the TRD Pro is going to be where, yeah, the Ranger Raptors, it's the top of the food chain for off-road trucks. But I think they're going for, hey, we're the top. We're going to be up to the top of the food chain, but yeah, we're going to be, you can reach us. So I like that a lot. And I like the fact that they put their race truck with it. That clearly says, hey, we're going after this audience. The TRD Pro, the evolution of the off-road racing legacy continues through the all-new TRD Pro. See, they're stressing off-road racing. So will we see some TRD Pros going against the Raptors in some off-road racing? I know my buddy Danny would just love that. As you can see, once again, Fox tuned suspension. They're bragging about that. Here are those crazy seats once again, and then you get once again showing just running through the desert. The new trim level is the Trailhunter, and you can see those big shocks they're putting under this thing. Toyota knows this audience. They know, hey, Overland guy wants a truck that's built for them, and I think they're going to get this. Now, personally, I would ditch the sport bar. I don't care about that. Definitely a roof rack is very handy. I know Toyota's talked about they're going to do a full rack back here so you can put your rooftop tent up there. Is the fanboys, are they going to want to stay Toyota brand, or is there CBI or somebody else off-road equipment you want to use? Now with the Trailhunter, you definitely, in these photos, you definitely know what they're going for with the Trailhunter. Look at the rock crawling. They know, okay, we're going to let the TRD Pro, I still think it's a great option off-road, but I think they're going to let the Trailhunter be, hey, here's our rock crawler package, and if you want the badass rock crawler package, we got it for you. They put, I believe these are Goodyear's tires on there. But it shows the full skid plates. I think I've shown this picture before in previous videos. Full skid plates under there. It does say Trailhunter stamped into that, which is a nice little touch. Look at that. It's crawling up there. They've tilted that. Definitely that photo has been tilted slightly to make it look a little cooler. Is what it is. Now, the pre-runner. This is pretty cool. So there's a lot of people that just want something badass that don't want four-wheel drive. And the pre-runner option is great for you. Of course, it's got that extra cab there. And once again, this is not a door. That's part of the body. So don't expect you want to order one of these things when time comes available that's going to be a door that opens. It's going to help the truck be a more rigid body too. I think that probably for safety reasons and crash testing, that's why Toyota went down that path. Let's click what we got here. We got some 17-inch TRD wheels on that package on the pre-runner. Makes a splash with every sense of the word. Standard TRD 17-inch matte black alloy wheels wrapped in BF Goodrich tires. So that's cool. With your going to get a rear differential lock, which is very cool. In a pre-runner, yes, definitely. You want to, if you're going out there in the adventuring and you need a little extra oomph, put that locker in there and it'll help you crawl up that hill. You're going to get the X-Cab returns more space by removing the rear seats of the X-Cab configuration. Offers you a fully customizable cargo area with lockable storage for your gear. Once again, I showed you that a little bit earlier, and you can see it looks like they're going to have a TRD exhaust system on this as well. So but here's what I really want to talk about. So this is where they're breaking down the trucks, which is the first that we've seen of this. So SR package, you're going to get 270 horsepower, 310 max torque with the iForce 2.4 liter turbocharged engine. This one is available in the manual transmission. Now, I know a lot of people wanted manual transmission across the board. With the hybrid system they're using, it's I don't think it's feasible. So to get that option is pretty cool. But you're going to be able to get a double cab with a 5-foot bed and an extra cab with a 6-foot bed. Once again, the audience that watches us, they talk about that a lot. They want a longer bed option, and I think Toyota has been listening not to just our show, but to everybody. They listen to your feedback. So the SR5, which has generally been a nice little sweet spot in their packages, nice looking truck. You're going to get some nicer wheels on this. As you can see, Steely's over here. I imagine SR gets probably optional something a little nicer than Steely's, but maybe not. But with this one, you're going to get the iForce Max turbocharged engine. So you're going to get 278 horsepower and 317 foot-pound of torque, which I'm assuming that's just a tuning deal, that they're going to get you just a little bit more. They're trying to make you feel like you're getting something with this package. But coil spring rear suspension, double cab only. Coil springs. So we're getting leaf springs down here in the SR, but they're going coils here. And coil springs, man, for trucks, I think it's nice. I think they ride nice, and that's, these are family vehicles now. They're not just dad's off-road truck or mom's off-road truck. They're daily use. Hey, we're going to the movies, or we're going on a trip. That's what you want to use these vehicles for now. But you're going to get a 17-inch alloy wheel on that. Available double cab with the 5-foot bed or 6-foot bed, and extra cab with the 6-foot bed. You not only can get this just with the double cab, you can get the bed options. So the TRD pre-runner, which we just saw earlier, 278 horsepower, 317 foot-pounds of torque, just like the SR5. And what this feels like is just a little bit slightly more upgraded SR5. Extra cab, utility focused rear storage with 6-foot bed, 17-inch TRD wheels, electronically controlled rear diff. So that's a big plus right there. The TRD Sport. Now, I know a lot of people love the Sport. They've done well with the Sport. So you're getting a lot more options here. So 326 horsepower, 465 foot-pounds of torque, which means you're getting that iForce Max engine with this. I know initially these are the ones you're going to be able to get right up from the get-go, but iForce Max is later next spring. I remember it was about February, March last. Available with the 6-speed manual transmission. You're getting the TRD Sport Tune suspension, TRD mesh grille with hood scoop, 18-inch TRD wheels. So that's pretty nice. Next, we're getting into the more bad boy section. So the TRD off-road. Now, this is the package that I would probably choose for me, and I would get it in that orange color there. I believe it's Solar Octane. I love that color. I think it's just, especially with those red seats, man, that's just like screaming for attention, and I'm probably that guy that would want to scream for that attention. So 326 horsepower, 465 foot-pounds of torque in this bad boy. Available with the iForce Max 2.4 liter turbocharged hybrid powertrain. Bilstein monotube shocks with remote reservoir. Available with the 6-speed manual transmission. Ooh, maybe I'm wrong about this. Maybe the iForce Max. Maybe that's maybe we can get it with that. I don't think so. I think what they're saying is, and I'm just reading the tea leaves here, maybe you can just get it with the 2.4 liter because it says available iForce Max turbocharged hybrid power system. So I'm gonna say you'll probably get it with the normal 278 horsepower, or you can bump up to the hybrid system. But available 6-speed manual transmission, which I know a lot of people want that. They want that. They want the shifties, man. They want to be in there and feel connected to their drive. So that's badass that they're going to allow that. You get crawl control features with multi-terrain select MTS. And I know there's no front locker in this thing. And our buddy over at Pickup Truck Plus SUV Talk was in an interview with the Toyota head engineer for this. And they seem to think that you don't need a front locker because their crawl control system's so good now. And you're getting the sway disconnect with their crawl control feature that just helps you keep the truck on, firm ground. So they think that, you could add one if you want, but they don't think you need it. So I'm interested in that because I like lockers. The Limited. Now, this is if you want a classy ride, this is where you're going to want to stay right there. You're going to still get all the cool fog lights and all that, but available with the iForce Max turbocharged 2.4-liter hybrid powertrain, adaptive variable suspension (AVS), 18-inch chrome finished alloy wheels, exterior accents. Now, in my Ford video where we did a walk around, they do a chrome package, and I think it's over the top, too much chrome for me. I don't think the take rate will be on that, but the way that Toyota's doing it with the limited, it looks more of a platinum, kind of a dulled down. If you want a little shiny, you get it, but I think I like that quite a bit. But you're going to get the power up and down tailgates, which is badass because they're in just like in the big truck. You push a button on the side of the taillights, and that goes down for you, which is honestly that's very handy, and it's more handy than you would think because I've been to my local grocery store. My hands are full. You know us guys, we want to throw everything. I need to put everything in my arms all at once to either load or unload. Trying to get to the back of the truck, I can easily push that button on the side of it, which I think I don't have to fiddle with my fob to try to do that, which I think is pretty cool, or trying to take the handle. But you're going to get that power up tailgate, which I think is really cool. And then the creme de la creme is the Trailhunter. Now you can see you're going to get the snorkel. You're going to get all the cool off-road goodies. I don't know how much of that is optional versus standard. And we'll learn over time. We're going to learn how what options we can get with it. But you're going to get the iForce Max 2.4-liter turbocharged hybrid powertrain with high mount air intake. It's not a snorkel, it's an air intake. And remember that snorkels are not for deep water crossings. For the higher air you get in the vehicle when you're on those trails, the cleaner, the cooler that air is, and it's better for your engine. Now you're going to get the Old Man Emu, the 2.5-liter forged monotube position sensitive shocks with rear piggyback style remote reservoir. You're going to get the high clearance front bumper, so you can see it there. You can definitely see that you're getting a little bit more high clearance. Notice you're not getting the air dam down there, much like even the TRD off-road down here has that. But this and the fuel economy is probably not going to be across the board what these are. Definitely, this is purpose built, which I like. You get that high clearance bumper, rock rails, and ARB steel rear bumper with recovery hooks, available with the 5-foot or 6-foot bed with the ARB sport bar. And the cool thing about this is they've talked about they're going to do like a heavy duty version of this as well. Now they haven't given us many details on that just yet, but there was going to be an option for a heavy duty. So if you're, I know a lot of guys going adventuring, there's the rooftop tent. That's a lot of weight. Your refrigerator, all the things you need to be gone for a couple weeks at a time. That adds a lot of weight to it. So the idea that Toyota said, hey, we're going to build a truck that is capable with all the weight, I like that a lot. So as you can see, you can sign up for updates on this thing if you want. And where are you guys at with this truck? Are you excited by this truck? Are you excited that Toyota seems to be throwing a lot of options where other brands I don't feel like have not taken this seriously, but maybe stuck in a little bit more old school mentality? And Toyota's out there trying to push the limits of what a little truck can be. And they know their audience. They know the off-road crowd loves them. They know the hunting guy loves their trucks. And will this now translate into bigger truck sales? Because that's part of why the design cues for the little truck is shifting a little bit more the aggressive look like the big truck has, because they want to translate, if you need a bigger truck, we've got you over here. Don't go to Ford. Don't go to Chevrolet. Don't go to Ram. Move up to us, and we've got you covered. And I think once people experience their hybrid technology in this little truck, it's going to make more sense with the big truck, and I think it's going to help sales there. So in the comments below, you know what to do. Smash that like button for me. Leave me a comment. Let me know if you're interested in this truck and what you think of it. So whether it be two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive, or these Toyotas, I'm going to drive. This has been your All Terrain Nation. We've been taking our first look at the Toyota website, and we're out. Peace, everybody. Love y'all.